We've retailed 40 cars and we've grossed over $200,000.
Just through FedEx platform.
Just through FedEx. Dude, your software is really easy to use. Number one, it's like a CRM for buying cars. And he's already bought a half a dozen to 10 cars, almost a car a day.
That's amazing.
And we're not just buying cars, we're buying them right. Pull the trigger, and in 120 days, you're gonna look back and go, just like me, I wish I would have had it a year ago. We'd be a very different dealership today if we would have found FedEx a year earlier. The radius that you give us, it's almost mind-blowing. I think dealers are just sometimes afraid that this isn't gonna work. And it's not if you don't do it. I don't think this will probably ever go away. I started seeing your social media posts on Facebook, and I told you the story. I kept looking at you and I was like, I know who that is, but you never say your name. And I'm like, okay, I got to Google him real quick. Hold on. And I Googled your Facebook page or put you on Facebook, and I matched it to you. That's when I reached out to you. The enthusiasm you shared with some of the success you had already had, not just personally doing what you had done to build the platform, but then also the people that you had acquired that helped build the platform to where it had been that day that we were talking. Yeah, it definitely settled me. I mean, that was probably one of the contributing factors to me saying, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Was some trust.
What was your expectations in the first month, and how did that, where did that fall? Actually, what really happened?
So month one, we bring in our new acquired acquisition manager, and we just kind of let him rip onto the software. And because he was a good follow-up guy through sales, through internet, through closing and whatnot, he was able to jump into your software. It's really easy to use. Number one, it's like a CRM for buying cars.
Yeah.
So he just jumped in and started making phone calls. Expectation? I don't know. There was still an enormous amount of fear when he started. Like, is this really going to work? Like, I'm not sure. And within the first couple of days, he's coming in and saying, hey, I have an appointment to, look at a car to buy it. I've already given him figures. And it went from 1 or 2 appointments to 2 or 3 appointments to 1 purchase to 2 purchases to now by the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th day that he's operating, he's already bought a half a dozen to 10 cars, almost a car a day.
That's amazing.
And we're not just buying cars, we're buying them right. And as any good operator listening to this knows, the opportunity to buy cars is at acquisition. I mean, your success is at the point of acquisition, whether it's a trade, street purchase, or auction. You have to buy the car right. That sets the tone for your turn, and your profitability. And as we all know, the more inventory return, the higher your profitability is. So I'm starting to pull these purchases, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, we're buying these cars. We're buying them back at MMR. They're clean. We're having them pre-inspected by a tech. We're finding very few, if any, problems. I'm not spending auction fees. I'm not having to transport anything. I'm putting them in the shop today, and I'm turning those cars out with minimum problems in 2, 3, 4 days. They're on my front line. So we went day 1 to like day 15. We already sold 2 of the cars.
That's amazing.
We were making between $2,000 and $3,000 just in the front. And by the end of the month, we had sold over a dozen cars of what we had already purchased. We had under a 30-day turn.
Wow.
And we were front to back, over $4,000 front and back.
That's amazing.
It was a true testament that people were out there selling, and someone was going to buy them. Might as well be us.
That's right.
Buying them right,
That's right.
And buying them right.
Yeah.
So, and it's just continued that way.
That's awesome.
And it's grown each and every month. It's about 2.5 months. We've retailed 40 cars, and we've grossed over $200,000.
Wow.
Of cars we never probably would have seen. Now, potentially maybe a
Just
trade.
through FedEx platform.
Just through FedEx.
Wow.
Those are just the purchases. And that's not even the cars that we still have on the lot that are fresh, or the cars still going through the recon process that'll come out fresh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me about the effect you've seen of the people that you engage in the market, and the energy behind it, and what you create in the culture of the dealership.
The savings that we've seen without having to add transportation and add auction fees and buying fees to our cars, helping us with our margin. The resonation of a lot of that is to our sales staff, right? So now they're seeing what was a okay used car department, had some aging issues. Now, fresher cars out on the lot, turning quicker, where they're actually getting money put in their pocket. We're making money. But I do know that we're probably buying cars we never would have seen before. We're acquiring cars that people had no intention on replacing.
We're a lot alike. We grew up in the same kind of era,
Yeah.
where our dads would go to the auction every Tuesday, Thursday, right? Like, when did you know you had to go after private party acquisition?
We've been talking about this for a while. And the car business is notorious, right? We have these great ideas and we don't execute. A lot of people have these grand ideas and they don't execute. And it could be a couple different things. Fear, I think, is the driving factor for not doing it. But then it's also, you have to put a process together to buy the car.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to have a process, not just of the customer coming in with the desire to sell it to you, but then you have to have a process to actually purchase the car all the way through the business office and someone there to sign a check. And that comes from the top down, right? So Chad Hoblit, our owner, all about this, has always been.
Yeah.
And he's all about used cars and profitability mixed with fixed operations. So when we told him we wanted to do this, he's like, about time. Like, what have you guys been waiting for? I've been whipping that horse for 5 years and you guys haven't pulled the trigger. And finally you're pulling the trigger.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've always seen that, like, when you cut a person a check like that and relieve them of a pain point, that they don't forget that.
They don't.
And you have a customer for life. Like, do you feel that?
I think if you have the right process and the right people and your communication is strong with the client, then I think when they show up, if you have to walk things back, I think people understand if you can justify it, right? So have a good process in place just for that. When it comes to the actual check and the looks on their face, when they say, hey, you're buying it for $27,500 or $67,500, and you say, yep, I've inspected it. We're good with it. We're going to honor the value that we told you. Let me go get you a check. Their eyes kind of light up like, really? You're actually going to cut me a check right now for what you said? We go back, we cut them a check, we walk out. There's an elation and people are excited. It's either they have money that they need and they need that for something specific, or they're just relieved to have the process over. It's no different than buying a car, right?
Yeah. They don't forget it. And I guarantee you they're going to come back and do business with you on all aspects of your operation.
Yeah. And the word of mouth.
Yes.
If they hear somebody within their circle of influence that might want to sell their car, hey, I just got a check from Hoblit. I got it same day. I walked in, they honored their price, and I got a check just like that.
So how's our team been through the whole process, like from implementation to training and response to your
Seamless. Again, starts with the right person to drive the business, right?
Yeah.
Your software is easy to use. Your team's easy to get a hold of. The training, if you have the right person and they understand technology and they've ever worked inside of any type of a follow-up database, I mean, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
That's awesome.
I mean, plug it in and there's the data and you make the phone calls. And I don't know that we've had too many hiccups to even really attest to having to need your support because it's been so seamless. It's been really that easy.
Yeah.
I think the biggest factor for me was how quickly to scale we were able to get it. I think that was the aha moment. At the end of February, you just saw all this momentum. And I couldn't believe how easy it was to get a hold of people and they're actually interested in selling their car.
It's amazing.
I think dealers are just sometimes afraid that this isn't going to work. And it's not if you don't do it. It's like you never make the shots you don't take, right?
Exactly, yep.
If people were like on the fence of trying to decide, is this for me? I would say it's not. It's not for you. Let me have all the cars. Let me call all the buyers and let me make sure I'm buying all the cars. No one else should do it. Seriously, I mean, if you're on the fence, I got like a guy in my position, hindsight's 2020, man. I wish I would have done it 4 years ago.
That's great.
And had been able to compound the success we've had the last 4 months or the last 4 years. We'd be a very different dealership today if we would have found VetX a year earlier.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for your business. Again, I want to kind of shift gears and talk about industry.
Okay.
So as you see it, private party acquisition overall and your vision behind it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to drop off, or do you think it's here to stay?
I don't think this will probably ever go away.
Yeah.
Why would it? I mean, most people are going to buy a car, trade a car, buy a car, sell a car, buy a car, walk away from a lease, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're ever going to have a shortage of people that are going to be out there looking to sell their car independently. You can always get more money selling your car on the street. That's what every consumer always says. No, I don't want to trade my car. I can get more money if I sell it. So why would there ever be a shortage? If that statement's going to be true between now and forever, that selling your car independently as opposed to trading it, you're going to get more money. You're never going to have a lack of buyers.
Yes.
So I don't see this ever changing.
Yeah. Plus, us as dealers, we're good at it. We're good at the paperwork. We're good at the process.
Yep.
We're good at getting you the check and doing the payoff right, doing the DMV. and that's what we relay to our dealers to relate back to the sellers.
Yep.
That, hey, this is a process we're good at.
Yep.
Stick with us. We're not going to lead you down the wrong road.
We'll do the paperwork efficiently, getting your name, off the title or the registration out of your name efficiently and quickly. We'll be able to cut you a check right now. And because we're a reputable business, that check's not going to have an issue. So making sure you have some of the benefits behind being a dealer prepared when you make that initial call in case you get the resistance is key. Because we did feel that initially. There were people like, oh, you're from a dealership. And they thought there would be another level to this or another game or ploy to it. And when you reassure people why it's better to deal with a dealer direct and maybe Joe independent, people understand that. They see the value in that. They understand that now they have at least some recourse too. If there's a problem with the check or the payment of some
Of course, you don't have that on the street.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the VetX team we really want to stand behind that follow-up and private party, because we know that these sellers are unrealistic to begin with.
Yeah.
And that's why in our platform, we put that follow-up process. We have the follow-up
Yep.
Task in there to make sure that your buyers are following up on a consistent basis.
Yep.
And I know it pays off.
It does.
Right?
Yeah, you do. It's no different than following up with someone trying to buy a car. You do need to stay relevant by making sure you task yourself just like you do in your sales CRM, making sure that you're following up and staying in front of that buyer.
Mm-hmm.
People have the interest in selling their car, but until you give them a compelling reason why they need to sell it to you, life gets in the way. And you could go 2 or 3 days without talking to somebody and they run into the right person and they sell their car somewhere else. Why follow-up is key, and your platform makes it very seamless and very easy to see who you've contacted, when the last time you went, what kind of communication. And as someone in my position that wants to go into the platform and I want to follow up on my buyers and I want to see my appointments and I want to see the communications and what's working, I mean, it's a click of a couple buttons. I could pull it up, look at it and say, hey, I've got 4 appointments today. I know who they are. I know what they're selling and I know what the offers are.
Nice.
I know what time they're coming. I know what kind of communication they've had and I know what the expectation is.
You called me on the phone. You were extremely excited. You wanted to go talk to your 20 group about VetX and private party acquisition. How did that go? And what did you tell them?
The most exciting thing that had happened so far in our dealership, and we were talking about it in every meeting, was the bringing on VetX as a vendor and opening our buying center. So yeah, I reached out to you because I wanted to get as much information about VetX in form that I could hand out so that I could pitch it to the 20 group as a best idea. And it's so scalable and so duplicatable that I thought this is an easy pitch to the guys. So it went well. When you look at bringing on another expense, especially with the way the economy is right now, that can be scary. Depending on what your dealership considers a good ROI. Is it a 2X, a 3X, a 4X, a 20X? Maybe the initial investment could be scary because you don't know how it's going to scale or if it's going to work. But that's why you do these testaments, right? For guys like me that have been in that position for 5 years, scared to pull the trigger, fearful to bring on the expense, add people, and have it fail, and have it work in the first 90 days pretty seamlessly. Like, I wanted to share that with the 20 group. Obviously, we didn't have the 40 cars sold, but we had quite a few cars sold and we were doing very well. And our turn rate was under 25 days at the time. And our gross was very good on all of them. And that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to sell parts, sell service, sell cars, new and used. And we're here to make money and be profitable and help our communities.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a perfect transition for most of these guys. Not that hard to do.
Yeah.
And buy them right so that at acquisition, they increase your gross profit and they help your shop and they help your parts department. Why wouldn't you do it?
That's great.
Right? So
you've overcome your fear a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the ROI is good.
It's in the rear view. Yes. Yeah. And the ROI has been good and will continue to be good. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't.
That's great.
Yeah.
Any advice for the dealers across the nation looking to get involved with VetX and private party?
Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Like, pull the trigger. You're going to look back in 120 days. If you do it right, find a good person, stay on top of it, immerse yourself in it and really understand what you're trying to do. Put good goals and aspirations together. Find out what it's scalable to. And in 120 days, you're going to look back and go, just like me, I wish I would have had it a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't I do it sooner? Because it's nothing different than what you do every single day.
Yep.
You're now just developing a department and you have the software that makes it as easy as, color by numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Dealers might have somebody on the floor right now like we did. We had a salesperson on the floor that we made our first buyer after we acquired our manager. He did it for 30 days, learned the system, And then we were ready for a buyer. We pulled a guy right off the floor.
Build the best acquisition department you can build in your store, and you'll never look back.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, is that what happened here?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, and it's scalable. So
Yeah.
you start with one.
Yeah.
Start with one person.
Yeah.
Someone diligent that can do the follow-up and be good on the phone. Start with one. Buy a few cars. See the process. And I'm going to tell you, after 30 days, you're going to be like, I need to add somebody else. And in 30 days, you're going to be like, I need to add somebody else, because it's scalable. There's a lot of people out there selling cars. I don't think dealers quite understand when you start to pull from the different aggregates, all the different sourcing that is available in VetX. I don't think they understand how many buyers are out, or how many sellers are out there.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands. I mean, the radius that you give us, it's almost mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You look at the level of opportunity and you just look on that dashboard, and the level of opportunity is almost overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's why you scale it.
That's a gold mine.
Yep. That's why you scale it. And you
That's
make
right.
sure that you scale it properly to your store for what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And because it's so easy to do that, you can minimize that down to just what you need.
Yep.
And then you just put the work in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate your business.
Of course.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Appreciate the partnership.
Glad you're successful.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Awesome.